I've been making movies for, I think I started making films in 2013. I went to film school in 2014. The journey has been interesting. I've been quite successful I've made films that have gone to cinemas, made lots of money. I've made films that have gone to Netflix, Amazon, Showmax, everywhere, and we've gotten to the top, which is quite interesting. Did you guys like this that you saw?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Okay, great. I really can't tell you how I get the inspiration, but I just close my eyes and I watch the film in my sleep. I wake up and I write it. Just like Jay-Z would tell you, oh, I don't write my raps, it just comes to my head. These things just come to my head and I'm able to put it together. Luckily, I have the skill to be able to transform that information into the kind of content that will grab people's attention. So what you've seen, you guys liked it, right? Sorry, man,
I really like it.
why?
It made me feel very comfortable.
Yeah, that was the whole point, to make you feel uncomfortable. What do you think about it?
Let's say I have an experience too about it. So, but not talk about it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel the movie is good. Trust me.
Okay.
I love it.
Whose story did you think we're telling?
Good story.
Of the couple, whose story are we telling?
Woman.
No, no.
I don't think
The
so.
guy.
The guy?
I think the guy.
The
Yeah.
child.
Because
The child.
Because
he
the
grew up.
child
Yeah, he grew up in
under
a,
the bed, right?
Domestic
Yes. Can I come there?
So basically, we're telling the guy's story. So we're telling a story of, if you start from the beginning, it says trauma does not come back as as a memory. It comes back as a reaction. So sometimes we go through some things as children, and we determine that we're never going to be that, but somehow we fall into that same trap. And also, this kind of story tells you to kind of understand that whatever you do, sort of there's a cascade on the generations that are going down. And he said something very interesting that, I made you feel a certain way. How is it possible that I'm sitting now in my room, maybe in my hotel room in a cool hotel, chilling, drinks everywhere. I write something, and now you're feeling uncomfortable. That's a lot of power, right? So what I'm here to kind of, the whole reason we're here is not to watch this film, but it's to let you understand the process. Did that film look believable to you? Did you think that girl was really crying? You think that guy was really angry? No, because when we say cut, we all just eat biscuit and drink tea. So they're not really angry. She's not really upset. It's a skill. So what I'm trying to introduce to you guys is something that we've created. So we realized that, just you said something about, she said something about, tell us one thing in Nigeria that you would like to change, right? And all of you said, oh, I like to change this, I like to change that, I like to change this. And that's what we've done. So in my industry, we have a lot of problems. I'm sure you guys know. Sometimes you watch a movie, it's bad acting. Sometimes it's bad lighting, it's bad directing. It's like it's not smooth. Or sometimes we know that we can get a better job. And how do you come about such education? I went to New York Film Academy in Miami, Florida, 2014. But I was super lucky because I was able to afford it. So I paid about $24,000 in 2014. So how do we? That's why I'm able to get some of this knowledge and do this. But how am I able to pass that knowledge down to the people to the younger ones now and create a kind of environment where Nigerian movies can really get better for real, for real. So with that in your head, we've come up with something called Nollywood Masterclass, where we're teaching film, we're teaching every part of Nollywood on an app from the masters in the game. So, for example, who would you rather teach you acting? Some acting teacher in class that's never really been to a Nollywood set, that is just interpreting what he learned in school. Because everything I learned in Miami is not what we learned in. It's not what is on the field when you get like into into the film industry. So who would you rather, some teacher or the professionals in the game, people that have made movies or done things and have become pretty successful? So that's what we've done. We've created an app called NollywoodMasterclass.com where we're teaching every single aspect of Nollywood by Nollywood professionals. And it's pre-recorded, so you can watch it anytime, just like you watch on Netflix. It's pre-recorded. Can we show the website? Technical team. Okay. It's pre-recorded so you can watch. So for example, in this film, one question is how is it possible that that girl was able to cry? How? What technique? Can you cry right now on the spot? It's difficult. Can you cry right now on the spot? Women might even be more emotional. Can you cry on the spot right now? You know? So, but there's a skill to it. If you're trying to be an actor, and sometimes because I learned a lot in acting school, I'm always wary of the girls that I toast. I tell them, be careful, I'm an actor, right? Yo, you have to be. Every actor you meet that's really good because they're tricks that we can use to push all kinds of emotions. And also, not only acting, directing, producing, makeup. There's so many of this great part of filmmaking that people need better skills. Look at the music industry, for example. We're able to move our songs from locally, globally, but for music, there are just three people working on it. So producer, songwriter, and musician. So it's pretty easy for you to get three talented people. But for filmmaking, it's a whole village. So the best way for us to be able to move the needle is this app that we've created. I would like us, can we show a technical team? This is it. You come in, come down, please. So this is some of the popular courses. I mean, this screen does a terrible job, but if you use your phone, you will see. Okay, Victoria is trying to log in. So one thing this will do for you is, apart from just like the courses that are on, we also have the opportunity to help someone that there's so many people that don't know exactly what they need to be doing, or even if they wanted to, they don't know how to start. Some people will say, I don't know how, which film school do I go? I live in mainland, film school is in Aja, I don't have transport money. All those things, we're able to take them out because you can now have all all the courses you need in one place. You can watch at your own pace at home. And the most interesting part of this is you can actually get a job on this platform. So not only do you learn, you can also get we're constantly putting film gigs, from acting gigs to producing gigs to BTS gigs, even things like personal assistant to the director. There's so many job opportunities on this platform. So for people that are interested in any kind of visual creativity, even if you wanted to create content for Instagram and YouTube, it might not be film itself, but you'll be able to learn some of the great skills the actors have used to excel. And because it's the same medium, we're trying to express something and get people to jump on board. This is such a good. Okay, this is it. We're in, right? Okay, so this is NollywoodMasterclass.com. Can you come now? So this is some of our courses, right? This is How to Cry by Tope Olowoniyan. This is Mastering Vocal Techniques. Now, for those of you that maybe want to be into voiceover, you have a great you do music, right? Right. So for example, you might get into some gigs that get you maybe like you place your voice for a film or an advert or even for social media content creating. Most of you are doing the voiceovers, right? How do you make sure you sound as professional as possible? Do you know the skills, or are you just winging it? Are you just picking up your phone and listening to Ola of Lagos and not really understanding the skills to deliver a master voice? Fabian can teach you that. This is Damon Adedoyin. He's teaching you, elevating your acting skills. If you're an actor and you wanted to get better, of course you trust that this guy can help you, right? There is becoming a Nollywood actor. This is Julie Kene. Ma'am, can you come down? So these are other courses. This is a guy called Tunde. He lives in South Africa. He has edited quite a number of great South African movies that have been on Netflix. This is Adze. Adze directed Castle and Castle, Jacob's Cross, a couple of great films. He's a director, Sheyi Babatope, Fine Wine, Love is Blind, Bad Boys and Bridesmaids. The list goes on. There's Tyler and all. So come to all courses. Come down. So scroll down. So at this point, we have 18 courses, but every month or every week, we're going to be adding interesting courses from content creating courses to acting, everything around visuals. It's beyond, it's more than Nollywood. All right. This is a very interesting course. This guy, his name is Fela Okay. He's John Boyega's talent manager. Now, some people might not be actors or skilled, but they have the skill to manage an actor and take him places. Some of you have cousins that can act, and you don't even know what to do to help them get to the top. This course can help you become an talent manager by Fela Okay. This is I'm sure this is you can't really see, but this is Hakeem K Kazim. He's a Hollywood actor. If you wanted to move to Hollywood and become an actor, how do you do it? This course can teach you. Costume design. This is Yolanda for you fashion ladies that maybe some of you are great in fashion, and you're always telling your friends, you should dress like this, look the part, right? Those are some of the skills that you need to become a great costume designer. Come down. Let me give you guys kind of like a glimpse to how it really works. So let's watch a course. Come down. Let me give you an experience. Let's go to how to cry, please.
How do I cry for a scene? I prepare, to be honest. I prepare.
Just meet the accountant outside and make payment so that we can prepare the box accordingly.
Method acting in understanding the story from is Sarah. Sarah is to what is happening in this corner of Sarah's life because the film cannot be Sarah's entirety unless we start the story from when Sarah was born till when the whole production, which is from reading, understanding, and then becoming. So to cry, you have to become.
What stuck out for me was how she made it so personal. She said, "I have to be in the mindset of somebody who has to buy a casket and who has to live the rest of their life knowing that they know how to buy a casket." That goes beyond just that film she's shooting. She's embodying the life of somebody who is losing someone, and she's also the creative aspect of I have to live the rest of my life like somebody. That's very creative. And those little insights make it more personal, make it more real for the actor. And when you see her cry, it's like a real emotion. And when I was watching the other thing, I was telling him that it feels too real. It feels like I'm looking at somebody's relationship, and it's making me understand the psychology of people who have been in that situation because it was so real. It was like so naked. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I like that interpretation.
Okay. Anybody else?
That the how she spoke about putting herself in like the character, it just made me remember like Heath Ledger was this actor who played the Joker, and how playing that character or diving into that character brought like a deep sense of damn near depression. Not like maybe the depression was probably present, but him
Came to the
diving into
surface.
that character literally brought it because he became that person. So I think that's very interesting. Even with arts, for example, like if you probably see me maybe in the studio, it's like it's not me. Like voice is different, the way I'm moving, but like at home or like here, I'm chilling. So I understand like you have to become that person, and I really I know that that works because I feel like even when people want to, sometimes some people want to think of sad things that happen in their own life, but I feel like when you become that person, it's like. But my own thing is, how do you now let go of that? I think that's even my own thing as an actor. Do you ever let go of that? Like, let's say you play an evil character and you're not someone like, let's say Mama G or Kanayo. Like, how
Yeah,
do
yeah.
they deal with stuff like that.
I'll tell you my personal experience,
Yeah.
but that's another course that we're gonna do. How do you let go of characters that you've embodied? So my personal experience, especially when that film that you guys watched. So the kid under the bed was my son, right? And we're filming it. Oh, one of my crews. Were you there when we're filming it? We're filming this thing. I was directing, and I kept on doing like this. I kept on crying. I was crying so hard, and my crew was like, "What's going on, director?" It was so deep because, like he said, it was just too real. And this is not me acting it, post acting, right? Because I wrote the story, I shot it, I edited it. I'm sitting down with the editors, so the stories are playing in my head over and over again. So one day I'm driving, I realize I'm driving, and I'm just shedding tears. And I'm like, wait, I got money in my pocket. I got girls. Like, why am I crying? You know, I don't have any problems. People that know me, they know I live like Hollywood lifestyle. Wake up in the morning, go and swim. Big boy. Why am I crying? I was crying 4, 5 times a day. I might be talking to you now, and then I'll start crying because I was so caught up in that whole world. I had to see a therapist. And what made me afraid was when I started to empathize with people like Heath Ledger that really kill themselves. When I said, "Oh, this is why they do it," because when people do this, "Oh, this guy has money, now can he kill himself?" You know. So I was in that space for a while. So that's another cost because that's a darker side of filmmaking. And before I made this shorts, I only been making comedies. So happy is good. So you're not gonna go to see a therapist because you're happy, right?
Right.
So that also did affect me, but because comedy is a good thing, it wasn't a negative feeling. It was positive. So when I did this kind of film now, oh boy, I don't know if you see my demeanor. I'm still kind of like I'm very close to tears right now, right? Because of the emotions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could relate to what she was saying when she said becoming, you know, the actual uh, artist in question. Because there was a time I was called that one of my friend died. He had this brain tumor, and I was just privileged to be in the cemetery that day.
Mm.
So after the burial and everything, I stayed back in the cemetery to have a meeting with some of my friends. And at that point, I just imagined what friends, families, and relatives of people who bring their dead kings or
Mm.
friends there. So, and at that point, I stood in their
Yeah,
position.
and you felt,
Tears begin to wipe down.
yeah,
Even though I was not even the one in question. So I could relate to what she said when she said becoming, the
yeah.
actual artist in question. Thank you
Wow,
so much.
that's great. So what that makes me that your answer is actually for me. I'll tell you why. Because it means that you're not. Are you an actor, sir? But assuming you're an inspiring actor, now do you know how to cry? No, you understand what I mean? Now, because you're an aspiring actor and you've watched this thing, the next time you have to cry, you're going to be able to place yourself in this scenario that you just described. So everybody has their own story. Right? I lost my sister, my elder sister, and that's like my own. If I ever have to cry, it's just right here at the back of my head, right? And just like you said, I just have to become, and it would flow easily. So basically, what that made me understand is, if you're an aspiring actor and you watch that course, is this going to help your career? Is this course going to help your career? Thank you.
So for me, I am actually a very camera shy person. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
but looking through all of these things, where I have more interest in is in writing and directing.
Perfect.
But I haven't seen any course on script writing. So I don't know if that's something that would come up.
That's very interesting you said so. So Lani Adisa, do you know Lani Adisa?
No.
Bro. One of the best writers though, Lani Adisa. He signed up to give us a course next month.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say. So Nollywood Masterclass is always going to be giving you courses.
Okay.
So we just started off with acting and directing. We have writing. We have a course on how to shoot a gun. Have you seen Nollywood actors hold gun? And you don't believe that gun. When they hold that gun, as
Yeah.
you know, but there's a way Hollywood people hold it. There's a there's a stance, there's a move. When you watch a Hollywood film, you don't think those guys, they are not police. They're actors, they're like me and you. But they move, right? So we have a course on that. We have a course on writing. We have many courses on writing. We have great writers that are willing to teach you. You know, what we're trying to do is develop a learning culture where you can learn so much more over a period of time. So writing is going to come up. And some of your favorite writers are going to teach you. We're going to even have you tell us, who do you want to teach you on writing? What movies do you guys like that shook you? We'll get the writer to come and teach you. You know what I mean? So we're definitely coming for writers.
So just in addition to what he said, one thing I think would be great for something like this would be you're kind of like guiding, I guess, aspiring artists, right? It would be helpful to maybe include like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a directory, but like, okay, movies that like as an aspiring artist you should watch that like are this is where you can draw inspiration from. So as a writer, this is what you should look at. You know, these are like good pieces of
recommended.
It's exactly
recommended.
almost like a recommended list.
Okay.
Right? I think it would because one thing again is, and back to the lady I was talking about crying, was she's talking about her preparation, like she could isolate herself, like there's a dedication and level of like
So when you break it down to scenes, you see,
Who's that?
a level of oomph that you have to like
Yeah.
you know, so it's like and with things like this, like you said, you want the person to also be able to like, okay, go and look at this film, go and study this film, go and study this actor in this film. Things like that I think would be also helpful and an addition to something.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. But I'll show you some. We have thought about it. Ma'am, Victoria, are you with me? Go back. Go back to top way. Go back.
easier
Go back.
than crying when
No,
it's
no. Not the, just go back. I want to show because there's each of our masters, right? We have their, for example, go to Fabian. This kind of answers you. So what we've done is we've linked their IMDb pages, each single master, so you can see some of their works and go and watch, right? But I would take yours, the way you put it, more seriously and see how we can implement that. So in the videos, in the courses, they recommend. Within the courses, they say, oh, have you watched this film or this movie? And then some of the questions we make them answer is, what movies would you recommend? So we do have that in pockets of places.
Amazing, because I used to be a movie buff. For me, movies were life. Void Cafe actually came out of a movie called Enter the Void. Do you know Enter the Void?
Yeah, of course.
You know Enter the Void?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies. And the director, Gaspar Noé, is one of my favorite directors.
Okay.
So that's where the idea came out from. Enter the Void is a psychedelic movie about this guy who dies and enters the afterlife. So he's a drug dealer. No, he's a normal guy, but he sells drugs to make money. And then he's a drug dealer, but he's not like your typical. He's not strong. He's not a gangster. He's just a normal guy trying to get by. So he dies, and then the movie follows him into the afterlife. So he becomes a spirit, and then there's this. So that's where the idea came out from. But my question is, how are you going to deal with piracy?
Okay, so our platform, you can't download this.
Screen recording.
You're gonna screen record it?
Like Netflix, you can't screen record Netflix videos. You can?
The thing is,
Okay,
the thing is,
unless you're an expert like
I'll
this
tell you
guy.
something. I'll tell you something. I worry about piracy, but just because what we're doing is not typical entertainment, the people that are interested in what we do, they're kind of more serious. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know if you can screen record. My, I've never really thought about it, but we do have a lot of regular piracy measures, protections, all that is in place. It's only screen recording. I'm not sure, and are you noting this down so we can see if you know? Yeah, I mean, if it's screen recording, if wherever Netflix and Amazon they are with technology, that's where I am. I can't do better than them at this point. So we're just at the mercy of any pirates. But I'm hoping that they don't really care. I'm hoping that you guys will that the pirates don't care about education.
Well, sorry to say, it's just something to note because the pirates do care about
Education.
and
Thank
they
you.
will
Sure. Well, I
once.
want to hear your opinion.
So it's just something to note.
Yes,
They
we
will.
will.
They do care. Once your content is high quality enough and has enough value,
They're going to go for it. Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
I have a
Thank you,
question.
though. Yes.
So my question is, because I know how vast your experience is in the space and how well you have been able to, impacted lives. I'm still very much interested in what is in it for you outside the impact.
Okay. So two things. There's a subscription fee, right? So it's not free, right? But also the whole reason for this is going to sound like shippish, but we do really, really want to change the industry. See, when I was in America, I realized something. Something we don't do very much here. On your streets, if all of us live on this street and you don't cut your lawn, Omo, we go bite you. You know why? Because you devalue the entire neighborhood. So this is it. We get better at our work. All of us as a collective, then I can charge more. It's just simple. But if I'm the only one that's better, all the yeah people who's going to drag my own price down. That's one. Two, we do need to get to a place where I've done, like you said, I've been quite successful, and not just in film. Apart, there's only girlfriend we don't have, but everything else, I've been able to be successful at. And what's the point of being successful if you cannot pass it on, right? I'm not going to live forever, for sure, but I definitely want to live something that can live forever. Yeah, something that can live forever. But let me ask you guys a question. This kind of service, how much do you think the subscription should be every month? Yeah, how much?
so I pay for OpenAI ChatGPT, and it's about 9,000 naira.
9,000 naira.
9,000 naira, yeah. So I
Okay.
think my own honest evaluation, I think should be around 7 to 9,000 naira.
Okay, but you're not a filmmaker, sure.
Yeah, I'm
Let
not.
me start with the film people.
I'm not
Yo,
filmmaker.
you.
Okay. Per month,
Yeah.
$12 to $15.
$12 to $15. Great. Who else? Ma'am?
Because if you're talking about on the impact side of things, you want to get people that don't really have the resources to get into things like this to be able to
So,
afford it.
how much?
7 to 9,000.
Okay. You? How much?
I'm a little bit curious that you want the subscription. Why is it more to do? Why can't it just be like cost based?
It's more expensive, it's cost based now.
I mean, if I just want to watch that How to Cry only, I don't care about the rest of it.
It's just more expensive cost based.
Okay.
So if you see another cost tomorrow, Uncle.
Yeah, and you might also have somebody.
Yeah.
But the thing is that,
It's not catering to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just asking.
I
right?
understand that.
I'm
We
just
thought
asking.
about it.
Because I would like to actually own the. If I buy it, I want to own it because with
You
your
can't- you
subscription,
can't own
I
it.
cannot
It's
exactly with your
streaming. You
subscription, I
can't own
can't own it.
No. You can't own it. You're streaming it. You're
That's how
streaming
they
it.
decide more.
But I would like to know how much you would.
I think that's $999 is fine.
$999.
Yeah.
Okay, you sir?
Not like 999, like nine.
I don't know. I know. Don't just say what they're saying. I know you're one. You have your own. You're free.
Yeah,
You're a free
free
man.
mind.
So,
I'm gonna say 25.
25K. Not bad,
Monthly.
ma'am. Mama get do now. I do. I don't know. I'm down now. Ma'am, how much?
5,000.
Okay, I see you, woman. You?
5,000. I'll go with it.
You know, get girlfriend like this. Okay, you sir.
So for me, I have just been thinking about the entire like model of it, and what is being done here, right, is just videos. Yeah. If there can be an additional layer to it whereby people get to, do I say like practice?
You can get jobs. Go to the job
No,
board,
what I'm saying is this, right?
like a workshop.
So I am trying to borrow the Coursera and Udemy model, right? To try and say, okay, how can it be done here, right? Is what you've done is both for business and for educational purposes, right? And if this is being done this way, it then means that it's almost like you're doing Spotify. All you do is listen. But how exactly do you then get to test or assess people in order for them to practice for it? So it should be layered into three, right? With different level of subscription,
Yeah.
in the sense that there are some courses that you can have access to if you're maybe paying for the basic one, if you're paying for the intermediate, if you're paying for the this thing advanced. So basic could be, in my head, between 7 to 10, intermediate between 10 to 15, advanced can be 15 to 25,000.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I had 12K in mind.
Okay. You sir, passing the mic. Soros, okay.
I think $10 for me.
$10. That's 18K or 15K. You sir,
669.
669. Not bad. Sir, 669 is like 10K. Sir, you can call tech guy. 7,000. Bola Tinubu. Bola Tinubu. You don't know your name. How much? Okay, guys. So, okay, guys. So this is it. So we have. This is quite interesting for me because I wanted to really know how much you guys would be willing to pay. So if you go to subscribe here, let's see if you guys are close to what we have worked on. So we have a 10,700 tax inclusive monthly. We have 28,700 for 3 months, and we have 98,000. Where is it? 19,700 for a year. Is that value to you, my nigga? It's cheap. Okay, come back. Go back, ma'am. So this is all well and good, right? But just like you said, because this is a masterclass, we try to stay away from intermediate, beginner, all that. We expect that you have some level of, because it's a masterclass, and we want to give you jobs. So I'm not just going to teach you, I also want to feed you. Because you know that, Baba, why you teach me to catch fish? Why you know hold these sardine? So we have jobs. So there's a producer's personal assistant job on right now. This is right now. Intern animator for anybody that knows an animator. Come now, ma'am. In-house editor and director's personal assistant. Now this job, just like the courses, would always be. This is why it has to be a subscription model. So it's not about, I don't want you to buy a course and run away. I need to build a community where There's so many things that are going to happen on this platform, right? But so all the things you guys have said, trust me, we've thought about it. I'm even happy I'm here because it's obvious I'm with smart people. We've thought about it and we've thought about ways, but we can't implement everything to start. You start with one or two, and then we add to it. We have the first democratized, is that correct? Democratized certification system. So if you wanted to get a certificate from us, right, and you applied for it, it will be more expensive, but we have 5 of the masters look at your work. And they look at it independently and they give you a pass or a fail. The pass, if they give you a pass, it means you have a star. If they give you a fail, it means you have no star. So imagine someone that does this course and gets how many stars? 5 stars. What does that tell you about the person? It's good, independently, democratized. This is not, you know what I mean? So there's so many things that we're going to be adding to the Nollywood Masterclass as we move forward. And the real aim is to change the industry from within and help a lot of people, because people think that the problem is unemployment. No, the problem is unemployable people. There's so many jobs. Idiots, Naifutao. Idiots. You hire people. You must have gone through a roller coaster of idiots to find 1 or 2 good people. I'm not lying. We all hire people. So people that come up and say, "Oh, I'm doing a job website," who's qualified for the goddamn job? Also, I'm teaching you. You teach these people, where are they going to get a job? We have come with a concept that says, I'm going to teach you the best of my knowledge. I'm going to try and provide you a job. I believe strongly that within this capacity and this very amazing pricing model, I think we can make something work. All right, thank you very much, guys. My name is Yomi Black. Thank you.
One of the things I love about entrepreneurs and people like visionaries is that they are so convinced with what they're building, and this is something that we've seen the case study with Masterclass, of their educational content. So Void Cafe will continue to support by, of course, we'll put this out on our, because we haven't put this platform on our group chats, on our community. But we'll put it out there, and if anyone is interested, we will support 50% in whatever Are you in our community? You're not in our community. If you're in our community, I would know you. You're not in our community. Okay. So yeah, so we'll put it on the community. Anyone who's interested will support 50% of their subscription. We're so grateful to Yomi for coming by. This is also a call to, if you have a vision, please pursue that vision, no matter how strange it might be or strange it might seem. I don't know how many people are doing masterclass. I'm in the tech community. I can count that there's 0 people who are doing this kind of thing. So many people are in edtech too, and it's so disgusting. So many people are in edtech. They're not offering anything exciting or new. They're just copying the already existing models. But this is for the film industry, and Nollywood right now is experiencing a new renaissance.
Yes.
See the quality of movies that are being released. So I can only imagine what this will do for the upcoming generation. So in closing, if you have a vision, please pursue it. If you have a vision, please pursue it, and pursue it in Void Cafe. Thank you.
So the film that came on about the domestic abuse and everything, it was really it felt real. It felt like watching somebody else's experience. Like, I've seen people go through domestic violence, so it felt like I was living their reality.
What's up, y'all? It's Andy Khan, the song of the free one. Out here at Void Cafe, it's a community of, just young people and cool people who come together to do different events, different things, have fun, keep each other company, and do things fun. The movie today was very moving, honestly. Intense, something that I have seen in, it's a very touchy subject, and to be able to go there, I felt like everybody who was here was also able to feel the depth. So I think that was a lot to process, and I think it helped all of us to process certain emotions that maybe we have but we haven't felt. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was great. I learned a lot, and I just want to encourage everybody to come out here. And yeah, we out here.
Hi, my name is Chidima, aka Dinaj Viola. I am a content creator, and being part of Void community has been very impactful. Networking has been great. You get to meet like great minds, you get to connect with great people. And for today, I promise you, today was amazing because I got to first, it was very beautiful to see a male director do something on abuse and domestic violence. We hardly get that from male directors, and it was really good. It was really real. And as a content creator, somebody who does voiceover, that course is really important to me. So I'm definitely getting it. I'm not even having to think twice. It's very affordable, and it's very good that somebody's looking out for young Nigerians that are trying to get their feet and don't have so much. Shout out to Mr. Yomi Black, by the way. He's doing amazing.
Hi, my name is Chibueze Azike, and being in Void Cafe is a very insightful opportunity for anybody. Anytime I come here, I always live with very vast knowledge from different industries. So I'd always advise that people come here to enrich their knowledge in multiple things, innovation, film today, and more. So my experience today was very magical. I came here with my cousin because she told me she wanted to be an actress, and I believe that anybody can. After watching the movie that I watched today, I think that it would, and the courses that we learned, the application and the courses that we learned today, I feel like it will create an impact for anybody who wants to be in film, and everybody should tap into the masterclass that these people offer. Cheers.